Hey everyone, today we're talking about the MotionSpace G1 Smart Home Gym. If you've ever bought a cheap resistance band set or a wobbly squat rack only to realize it doesn't actually fit your space or your goals, you know how frustrating that can be. I've seen too many people end up with gear that looks good on paper but feels like a waste once it's sitting in the corner. So, does the G1 avoid that same fate? Let's break it down based on what it actually delivers, not just what the listing promises. First off, this isn't your typical bulky home gym. It's a Smith-style machine with a digital touchscreen and up to 264 pounds of resistance. That's enough to cover a wide range of exercises: squats, presses, rows, curls, all in one setup. The real question is whether it actually fits into a real home, not just a showroom. From what I've seen, the footprint is smaller than you'd expect for a machine that handles full-body workouts. That's a big deal if you're working with limited space. But here's the catch: if your ceiling is low or your doorway is narrow, you'll want to double-check the dimensions before ordering. I've linked the full specs in the description if you want to verify before buying. Now, let's talk about the touchscreen. It's 21.5 inches, which is bigger than most home gym displays. That makes following along with workouts way easier than squinting at a phone or tablet. The interface is straightforward: no confusing menus, just clear exercise demos and resistance adjustments. That's a practical strength that matters during a workout when you're trying to focus on form, not troubleshooting tech. One thing that stood out to me is the triple safety protection. That's not just marketing jargon. If you're lifting heavy or working out alone, having that extra layer of security is a real comfort. It's the kind of feature that doesn't get much attention until you actually need it. And with 264 pounds of resistance, you're not just limited to light rehab work. This can handle serious strength training if that's your goal. But let's be real, this isn't for everyone. If you're someone who loves free weights, barbells, or kettlebells, this might feel too restrictive. It's a guided machine, so you're locked into a fixed range of motion. That's great for safety and consistency, but it's not the same as the versatility of a barbell rack. Also, if you're on a tight budget, this is a significant investment compared to basic resistance bands or dumbbells. You're paying for convenience and safety, not just raw performance. Who should actually consider this? If you're someone who wants a full-body workout without needing a ton of space or a gym membership, the G1 is worth a look. It's ideal for people who travel often, live in small apartments, or just prefer the controlled environment of a machine. The included accessories like the ankle straps and handles mean you're not scrambling to buy extra gear. That's a small but important detail that saves both time and money down the road. On the flip side, if you're already invested in a home gym with free weights or a power rack, this might not add much to your setup. It's also not the best choice if you're training for powerlifting or Olympic lifts, where bar path and dynamic movement are critical. The G1 is designed for controlled, guided resistance, which is great for hypertrophy and general strength but not for specialized sports training. One practical weakness I noticed is the noise level. Digital home gyms aren't silent, and this one isn't either. If you live in an apartment or have thin floors, the resistance mechanism can be audible during heavy lifts. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's something to consider if you're sensitive to noise. Also, while the touchscreen is big and clear, it's not a gaming monitor. Don't expect ultra-high refresh rates or touch sensitivity like you'd get on a tablet. It's functional, but it's not built for gaming or video editing. Another thing to keep in mind is the assembly. It's not a one-person job, and the instructions aren't always crystal clear. If you're not comfortable with tools or following mechanical diagrams, you might want to budget for professional assembly. That's an extra cost, but it's worth it to avoid frustration later. So, would I recommend the MotionSpace G1? If you're looking for a space-efficient, all-in-one solution for full-body strength training and you're okay with the trade-offs, then yes. It's not a magic bullet, but it's a solid piece of equipment that delivers on its promises. Just make sure it fits your space, your budget, and your training style before pulling the trigger. If you want to check the current price or see the full list of specs, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.